I have a couple questions from the challenge system here. Silver Tabby Cat asks, Becki, are there certain games that you encourage children to play to build skills or recover or for therapy? Like, are there certain games that are better at stuff than others? I presume so, but I'm curious to know more.
Yeah, absolutely. So that's a really great question. We really try and cater kind of gaming experience to the child's interests as well as their kind of goals of care. And so we've been using VR especially to really help with kids who need to mobilize and get out of bed after surgery, because the quicker kids move, the quicker they get home. But they're sore, they're grumpy, and they don't want to just kind of like sit on a balance ball or walk 5 steps with a physiotherapist. So by using those more interactive VR games, we can really get them and engaged in a fun way, and they kind of forget a little bit about the discomfort and can push through that.
I think Child's Play, if I recall correctly, Child's Play themselves was even able to assist in funding the development of a couple of those games. I remember they were showing off the one with the dogs at the charity dinner last time. They had a live demo of that one that they were showing, which allowed kids to basically in VR play with different types of dogs and everything as a little bit of a way of having a more normal experience and getting a little bit of physical therapy.
Yeah, Child's
Somewhere also, Child's Play has their suggested games list.
I was just going to mention that.
It's
a really incredible list on their website that really breaks down games by developmental level, goals of care, and different gaming systems and stuff. We reference that all the time.
Sweet. Got a question here from Lark, who says, so I got an opportunity to interview a hospital system in Virginia who builds sim labs, and it was a singular experience for residents to work on the equipment. Does this MRI simulator just work for the people who are in it, or does it give the doctors an opportunity to train as well?
This one, it was made specifically just for preparing any patient for a simulated experience. However, I do know that the Camosun College team that built the simulator got lots of inquiries about adapting their design to be able to help train other healthcare professionals on how to operate the scan and stuff, because it's very expensive to learn on the real scan, and there's already such a long wait list for MRIs and things that training on them makes it challenging.
I think when he was here, Travis mentioned that they were getting inquiries about that as well from other hospitals of like, hey, do you have the number for those Camosun engineering students? And maybe make more than one? So we'll see.
That's everything I've got in the challenges system. Oh no, wait, a new one.
New challenge.
I mean, this is an interesting question. It's less relevant specifically to what we're raising money for today, but user the fluffiest guinea pig, which maybe has a relation to it, asks, is there any possibility of this simulator being used for animals or the design being sold to veterinary hospitals? I guess.
That's a question for, I guess,
a veterinary hospital.
Veterinary hospitals,
I think that's an interesting question, but I don't know that our guests are equipped to speak to that.
I don't, but I do have a fun anecdote.
Please.
In that on Sunday, a child did bring their service dog in, and we put the service dog in the MRI simulator first, and then the kid felt comfortable to try it out.
That's adorable.
Can that now just sort of like let the dog go in and then come out and then the kid go in, or could a service animal be in an MRI?
Probably not for the real one, because we might confuse dog body with human body and think that something was quite interesting.
Well, your tail is fine, but
clean bill of health.
2 hearts, so healthy.
Your paws are great.
The other thing that may not come across in the photos there is that it is like fully motorized and everything.
Yes.
So they just press a button like they would with the real one, and it just kind of slides you into the tube. It's neat.
This is less of a question, but chat user HBomb and Friends says, I am autistic and a teacher of autistic children, and the MRI simulation sounds awesome for young neurodivergent folks. Even some of the teens I work with have a few stims and could use an opportunity to practice if they ever needed an MRI, so thank you.
Thank you. Yes, thank you. Thank you.
I mean, I saw someone else in chat say it's like I'm an adult and I have to be sedated to go into an MRI, so this is great. Yeah.
The neat thing about the hospital is because we're both a pediatric unit and an adult hospital is that we have gotten a couple inquiries about young adults with autism and have been able to facilitate that too. So
That's awesome.
That's
That's amazing.
Wow.
Yeah.
Is the MRI? Is a question from Ocelot. Is the MRI simulator made from a decommissioned MRI, or what's it made from?
It's I believe it's like it's a shell over foam.
Yeah. So the
Yeah.
big kind of round part that you saw, that is built with PVC foam covered in fiberglass. And I know I'm not an engineer, so I can't say it exactly, but the compound curves were very challenging to make. And then there was a lot of 3D printing involved in making the bed part look realistic. And that's probably as specific I can be without going and doing
I mean, look at that photo.
degree
That
myself.
looks real to me.
There we go.
Yeah.
That's amazing. Doop-a-doo. Does the Sorator asks, does the simulator also have the stuff all around the MRI, like the no metal warnings and everything? I mean, I would assume so. I assume you're asking more. It's like, does it still have all the potentially frightening signage around it? I imagine it would.
Yeah, we don't have any like signage because, as I think I mentioned earlier, we do have to have it kind of be able to be stored in our closet.
Right.
But we do spend a lot of time talking to the kids about how it's a magnet and they can't wear metal and all of those kinds of things, and we do simulate really specifically up to that point. So if a kid comes in a shirt with lots of sparkles and zippers on it, then we say, okay, we've got to change into PJs, and but we let them know that there's no magnets in the simulator, just in case that is something that is scary for them at first.
Yes. I've got two questions here from Sansan. A real question and a fake question. The real question is, how did Becki get into child life practice? Genuinely asking for a friend.
Okay. Yeah, so I discovered it based on my experience with a close friend who worked closely with a child life specialist when she was growing up with cancer. And so I volunteered at oncology camps and things like that, and discovered that it was a career for me. So then I pursued post-secondary education and did an internship, and here I am.
Nice.
I'm excited about the fake question.
Well, the fake question is, have either of you... we knew this was going to happen. The question was, have either of you been to the store?
Oh no! Oh no!
It is fine for you to not have context for what that means, but I will show you momentarily. Here we go. Question from Spec to Becki and Tina. Desert Bus and Child's Play came from Pushback. This is true, actually. Fun lore drop that both Desert Bus and Child's Play, the charity, came from pushback against the notion of video games causing violence and people who play video games being, like useless members of society. How has, if applicable, how has your view on video games changed over the years? Do you play games yourself? What now that video games are part of what you're doing with the care that you're providing, do you see them differently, or are you like, yeah, this all makes sense?
Yeah, I mean, I grew up as a Wii person, so I've always enjoyed gaming and playing video games. I also had a really successful Nintendogs career, and which is now translated into a real puppy, so it's very exciting. So I think I've always really seen kind of the power of play, and really found video games a super accessible way to bring that into the hospital. I think I do notice some misconceptions still amongst some staff about violence, but I like to remind them in fun ways about all the other fun things, and also that actually the most popular game right now is on our VR. It is I think it's called Job Simulator, and it involves power washing things in the garage
Power
as a
Simulator's
robot.
so good.
It's so good.
Oh my gosh, it is so popular, and So if you've got an old nurse who's a bit stuck in her ways, I just show her that and tell her that the kids are just power washing things, and it's really a hard argument.
There are, for what it's worth, there have been after it, because it keeps bubbling up to the surface in media and everything, and it's the same sort of like, oh, rock music is the devil kind of thing, and there have been so many studies over the years that prove there is no correlation between violent video games and enacting violence in real life. And what I always like to say is like, well, the best-selling game is like GTA 5, and it sold X number, and it's like, if this was causing violence, there'd be a lot more violence. Obviously, it's not great, but not GTA. The amount of violence there is not great, but the point is, it's not coming from the video games. Also, Power Wash Simulator rules.
Yeah.
It's great.
It is fantastic.
For our guests, I've heard of the child's life position, primarily on past desert buses. Is there an analogous position for adult hospital patients? If so, how much do the two positions interact? Which is the child's life position? This is like what Child's Play does? Or
Becki does.
what you do, sorry. Yes. Is there an analogous position for adults?
No, unfortunately. I think often adults will interact with recreation therapists, but those are a bit more therapeutically in terms of like more of a traditional medical sense geared at. But there's no adult life specialist, but it is a comment that we get a lot from parents, staff, everyone kind of at the hospital about how useful it would be to have, because just because you turn 18 doesn't mean the hospital is not scary or overwhelming, or you need things explained in different ways. And so there is some hospitals in the States, I wouldn't know which ones off the top of my head, that are exploring child life specialists supporting adults. So I think potentially we're still a really new career, so we could grow that way. But yeah, at the moment it's fairly limited to pediatrics.
Yeah.
Graham, if I can interject with that question.
Sure.
Can you tell us more about what you do as a child life specialist in the hospital?
Yeah. So it can look really different depending on what's going on, but essentially my goal is just to make the hospital easier for kids. And so that means making sure kids understand what's happening to their bodies, answering any questions they have, if there's anything that's hard, scary, weird, making a plan with them to make it less hard, scary, and weird. I also do a lot of things to make the hospital feel more normal and less threatening, so that's bringing play in as many ways as possible, helping families celebrate significant events, whether that's holidays, birthdays, things like that. And there's probably 5,000 other random other things that just pop up that I say yes to, because I think kids get said no to so much in the hospital that by finding ways to say yes and giving them options for choice and control really empowers them.
That's so great. Mm-hmm. It's a question for you both from Wart Jr. What's your favorite Pokemon?
I think my favorite is, what is the one that kind of looks like a big purple blob?
Muck or Grimer? Grimer. Good choice.
Good one.
Yeah.
And I totally missed the bus on the Pokemon. So I think that this is a Pokemon, Pikachu.
Pikachu's a Pokemon.
Okay, so I like the name, so I will say that's my favorite.
That counts. Question for one or both of you. What's your favorite patient story from working pediatrics?
Oh gosh, there are a lot. My favorite one this week is that I have a fart machine, which actually I'm pretty sure I bought with Child's Play money. Because it is technology, there's a remote control. And I have this 5-year-old patient, and we managed to hide it on the chair that the doctor sits in when they come in to visit. And we pretended that the doctor was farting every time he sat down. And it's always a bit of like a guessing game how a doctor is going to react, whether they're going to go with it. This doctor at first, I think, legitimately thought he had farted.
Oh.
And so really, really had a tough time maintaining composure, which the 5-year-old found really, really funny. So that's probably my favorite one this week. Yeah.
The best thing I've ever heard.
Desert bus, putting fart machines in hospitals.
Oh, that's so great. That's terrific.
Oh my god. Also, I just wanted to acknowledge that Alex did get a bus stop while we were talking.
Good
Great job,
stuff.
Yep, second of the run.
Nice. Yeah, the game itself, which you can see over here, is
Bad.
tedious. Yeah, it's you've been given a full breakdown on how the game is. Yeah? No? Okay, so you're driving a bus from Tucson, Arizona to Las Vegas, Nevada. The bus goes at 45 miles an hour. It's real time, so it takes 8 hours. But it's a perfectly straight road, and there's no other traffic, and nothing happens. But the bus is also bad and old and busted, and so it lists slightly to the right, and so you need to keep interacting with the controller for the entire 8 hours, or it drives off the road and overheats. And then when you get to Vegas, you get 1 point, and then the bus turns around and you go back.
1
1 point.
1 point. Yeah.
Okay.
The best we've ever done was about 17 years ago. Desert Bus 2, we got 14 points. I don't know how.
Very committed to
We
stay.
were really committed.
yeah.
Yeah, and it seems like every other year we come in, DB3, sorry. Seems like every other year we're like, all right, this year we're definitely going to do it. But there's too much other stuff going on. So, yeah. No, 14 in a row, consecutive points. We went back and forth so many times without crashing. It was honestly, yeah, and we will never see its like again. I would imagine.
Yeah.
But there are along the route. How many? I'm sure chat knows this information. How many bus stops are there along the route? Because there are bus stops. Because you're a coach bus, and you can stop the bus and open the door. The little door handle there on the screen. You can press a button on the controller and it will open if you're stopped at a bus stop. There's no one there. No one gets on. But you can pull the bus over, open the door, and close the door, and then get back on your way. Also, could we have game sound briefly? Try to pause. Yeah, you can't. You can't pause. It just plays the horn. We keep it muted because otherwise it's just this noise all day.
Oh my gosh! Wow.
Yeah.
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 Not great.
Okay. Thank you.
I'm not sure that would be popular with the kids.
No, that's the sound that really sets your teeth on edge.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's what we do.
Not nearly as good as the power washing.
No.
No.
Yeah.
No. This is a great example of what not to put in a hospital.
Yeah. No. Sometimes I will relax with Power Wash Simulator. Oh yeah. Which sounds worse?
Better or worse?
Desert
than
bus or an MRI machine?
Oh, I don't know if Andrew had a video that had the sound because it wasn't in the video that we showed, but they did have a sound track that plays when they use the simulator.
Yeah. I'm not sure. The shark video is one I personally took because I thought it was funny. But because I was filming with my phone and my phone does the sounds, I didn't have them on. But I don't know if they're the one that of Andrew or you or Travis. But that one I think might have sounds. But there's several great YouTube videos that give great demonstrations of the MRI sounds. And you can also hear MRI sounds in popular songs. I think Hello by Dragonette, the blaring noise, is an MRI sound. Fun fact.
Really?
Yeah.
Cool. I was like, there it is.
Oh. Oh, I don't like that.
Yeah.
Whoa! Hang on. No, wait. I'm kind of on board.
When I heard that, I was standing on the other side of the room from Alex and from Andrew, and I just looked at him and I was like, he's like, yeah. It's like this sounds like something he would listen to.
Just get a nice bass drop in there, and it kind of works.
I don't know if it's in the random dance party list, but I told him he needed to get it.
MRI noise. I got two more questions here. One from Lady Aluros. What kind of education would someone need to go into the child life specialist field?
Great question. You can have kind of an undergrad degree in anything childy. So we have a lot of psychology backgrounds, social work backgrounds. My background is in child and youth care. And then you have to do a couple specific courses, which you can do as part of a graduate diploma. Some people do a master's program. And then the big piece of learning is really an internship where you spend 600 hours working alongside a child life specialist and really learn kind of all the bits of the job from there.
Cool. But wait, how did they train the first child life specialist?
That is the question. Yeah.
Nobody knows.
No one knows.
They emerged fully formed from a swamp.
Yeah.
Lady of the Sound asks, how much did the fart machine cost? I will donate exactly that amount. More.
I would have to check I think I got it on Amazon, but
Googling right now.
fantastic, thank
Find
you.
out. I need to know.
It is kind of like a child life specialist iconic tool. I think you'd be hard pressed to find a child life specialist who doesn't own a fart machine.
I want a fart machine in every hospital.
I'm seeing one here for $27.99.
Yeah, that's the one.
All right.
There we go.
The original remote-controlled fart machine with boombox technology.
And the Blahaj.
Covered in every MRI machine.
How did tangent? Sorry.
That's it.
How did Blahaj the IKEA shark become a trans icon? Can someone?
I think it's just because it is trans. It's the same colors as the trans flag.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Well, so is Andrew.
Yeah, so is Andrew.
Yeah.
But, I mean,
What's up?
still kind of a trans icon in ways. In a way.
Thank you.
Okay.
Equally as good as the shark.
I was just wondering. Oh, okay, right, because Blahaj is kind of right.
Yeah.
Sort of blue on the top. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
It
Cool.
depends on where folks draw the line on that for non-binary folks. Right?
That's fair. Yeah.
This great gif of a cat attacking.
The cat, is just
All right.
rolling it along.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, you know what I should do?
So $27.99 for a fart machine, by the way. Just to clarify that question. I want to see a $27.99 donation coming in for more fart machines.
All right.
This is a complete aside. Chat, tomorrow, remind me to show Alpha Flight the videos of a lamb who is mad that there's a cat on their rock. I will tell this will make just remind me of that tomorrow.
Love it. $27.99 from Farabender.
Hey! Thanks, Arvinder.
Hey, $27.99. Let's go.
Dang. Okay.
We do love assigning fresh nouns to specific numbers. We've now found
Thank you, Sorg.
Fart number.
The card number.
that's an entire fart machine right there. Yes. Yes, perfect.
Thank you, Sierra Poke.
What? Oh my
Oh
goodness.
man.
Wow.
Thank you so much. Oh man, we're up over 6,015. 615,000. I cannot read numbers this tier.
What day is it?
I don't know.
Maxwell Albritton, Viceroy of Fart Machines. Another
So
from
hum. Yep.
Look at this. This is so
There we
great.
go.
This is awesome.
Love it.
Look what you've done, affectionate.
Do you think we can set these fart machines on fire?
Oh,
I'm doing it with the fart machine donations
Okay.
It's good.
to light it up.
Yeah.
that's a good thing. The when it gets back to the donation tracker, it's the Beyblade finals tonight. Oh my goodness! When it circles back to the donation tracker, if a lot of donations come in, it starts to sort of smolder pleasingly.
Yes.
You ever played Balatro? No. Okay. Well,
Great
takes
game.
a lot
It
of-
will devour
Yeah.
your entire life.
Fair.
Yeah.
it's really really good and fun.
Yeah.
But yeah, it looks like that GIF. There you go.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
So, get in your donations of $27.99, and we'll see if we can get that to work. But please donate responsibly.
Question here from Red Yoshi. How do you work with children who are nonverbal, and how do you work with babies and other very young patients?
Yeah, great question. So for kids who are nonverbal, if at all possible, I'll really try and get to know through their caregiver kind of what works best for them in terms of how they do like to communicate. I often communicate, sometimes they use AAC devices or have communication keychains, some of them no sign. And so if they've done some of that work before, then I try and use that medium because it's familiar to them and really helps them to feel comfortable and safe and understood at the hospital. Other times it's kind of just through kind of this back and forth dance of figuring out what works for this kid. So presenting safe items to them and having them interact with them and kind of forging our own system. So I really try and let the child lead and meet them where they're at. For our younger kids who maybe want to learn about the hospital but don't have that complete language yet, a lot of it is through medical play. Kids understand their world through play, and so by playing through putting an IV on a stuffy or putting a shark in an MRI, we're able to kind of speak their language, and kids are great at kind of building that association through play into they've been experiencing in the hospital. And yeah, babies, we just do a lot of kind of interaction based on their motor development. It's really great if we're able to do play through kind of our facial expressions. I channel my inner Miss Rachel a lot to go through kind of that singing and language development, all those kinds of things.
It's amazing.
Terrific. That's so cool. Thank you. Lady Tarka, who works in was saying in chat, works with MRIs, was saying, how loud does the sim get? Because a real MRI can get to 100 to 120 decibels. And does it have any other coil attachments to simulate different exams like the head coil or body coils?
Great question. So I felt it very important that we could simulate the exact decibel level, so it gets as loud as the real MRI.
Smart.
And we have the head coil attachment as well as a general kind of body coil. For those of you that don't know, basically the body part that you're getting MRI scanned needs to have something that's called a coil over top of it, so the camera basically can focus on that body part and get a really clear picture. And so that's the kind of helmet piece that the shark was wearing as it went in. And then for body coils, the MRI simulator kind of models them after the MRI that we have at Victoria General Hospital, and the rest of the coils kind of look like a weighted blanket and just kind of cover the body part in question.
Cool. That's very neat.
Yeah.
And lastly here from Lau, saying, other than funding or number of staff, what do you say is missing or most needs to change in hospital childcare at the moment? Could be types of expertise, holes in existing approaches or programs, equipment or material resources, etc.
Oh man.
A breezy softball.
Then we'll find out how many fart machines we've raised.
The number of fart machines is high on the list.
Good.
I will say. But from kind of my lens, I think spaces and opportunity for play and allowing kids to just be kids is probably something that's missing, especially from some of our kind of older hospitals like Victoria General. We don't have the space for kids to play and to kind of get out, and that does impact their recovery and their socio-emotional development. And so from my child life lens, I think that's the biggest thing that's missing in hospitals. But it's really great, again, a little plug for the incredible work that having these gaming systems, VR, really allows us to bring play into these smaller, more limited spaces. And so, yeah.
Nice.
Great.
Hey, Grant.
Yeah.
I think I could sneak in a selfie with you for a second.
Oh, yeah. Whose phone is this?
Erica's.
Oh, nice.
I was never here.
All right, our last our final check in for now. We can check in later, but our last one before you take off. Total raised in $27.99 increments. $4,394.
Wow!
That's 157 fart machines.
Yes.
Thank you.
Oh, amazing. Is that including multiples? It will be. That's how they do it. I mean, yes. Yes would have been a better answer. I know how to talk.
Yeah.
Great. Well, hey, it's been a delight having you both here. Thank you so much. Really appreciate it.
so
Yeah.
much.
Thanks
Good to
so
see
much
you
for
again.
having us.
Yeah.
This was very exciting.